How you doing, my friend?
Greetings. Doing well.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes.
It's time for a beer.
Uh-huh. I was telling the boys this morning, I was supposed to go and have, we were going to go have a patio beer today. My plans had to change. I had to cancel it. So on my way home yesterday, I was like, well, I got to have a Guinness, right? I have a Guinness every year. It's St. Patrick's Day. So I stopped at the liquor store and I grabbed an 8-pack and I put it in the fridge last night. And this morning, I get up at about 3:30, have a shower, brush my teeth, put my clothes on, and I'm standing at the top of the stairs. And there was a moment where I was like, do I go down and get the Guinness and bring it to work?
It is a breakfast beer. It's a meal.
Party.
Yeah. I left it in the fridge, and I've been regretting it all morning. I'm not going to lie to you. Do you have any sort of St. Patrick's Day annual traditions?
Yes. I like to pretend I'm Irish, even though I'm not, and I get blackout drunk and wander home with buckets of chicken.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, speaking of chicken, we just brought you up about 30 minutes ago. We were talking about air fryers. First off,
lifestyle. Now we're talking about something in my wheelhouse.
Which one do you own? Because everyone was giving us suggestions on which ones to buy.
I own a Frigidaire. The thing that is nice about mine is it's got a huge tank on it. It's got a 7-liter tank, so I could basically put a chicken in there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's huge. So I've been putting all kinds of random stuff in there. I tried to figure out how to air fry a frozen pizza the other day. Problem was it doesn't fit. So I came up with an ingenious plan where I just quartered frozen pizza.
Okay.
So if ever I want just a couple pieces of pizza, I just pop in a quarter in the air fryer, blast that baby, and away I go.
So how is that? Does that taste good?
Oh, everything tastes good, buddy. This thing is a game changer. Basically, there's no reason for an oven anymore, in my opinion.
Grant loves pizza pops.
Yeah, I can't keep pizza pops in the house.
Grant, I bought some yesterday specifically for the air fryer. I'm going to roll in. By the time I'm allowed to leave my house, next time I see you guys in studio, you're going to be like, who is this rotund blob of a human being that's rolling in here? Because this is what it's for. Air frying pizza pops is what we're doing in 2021.
All right, let's do game day breakdown. We need a win. Lost the last two. Tough battle on Monday.
It sucks. Losing the Flames sucks. The thing is, the Vancouver loss, to me, the Oilers should have won that. But again, I think that it's okay to tip your cap to a goaltender that stood on his head and made it happen. There's no reason the Oilers should have lost to Vancouver. They should have got at least a point. And the other night against the Flames, they probably played well enough to get a point again. They came back from they were down several times. They kept coming back, but mistakes sunk the ship. It's not very often you see McDavid lose the puck in the neutral zone at full speed, have it turn around to go in the net. Mike Smith goes for a little wander. Most of the time it works out. This time it did not. It was one of those ones where anytime the Oilers did anything wrong at all, it ended up in the back of the net. I don't think they played that poorly, though. So that makes me think tonight we'll be okay.
You know what I've noticed with how they're playing McDavid a little bit differently this year is they're taking swipes at the puck on him, right? Because I think, and this is my thought process on it, I think it's one of those things where they know defensively, if you're a defensive-minded player, you're going to get burnt. There's going to be a highlight of you. If you're playing McDavid, there's going to be a highlight of you getting walked by and him going for the net. So guys now are taking swipes at pucks, whereas I think a lot of times that's been beaten out of everybody in the NHL and over the years with hockey. Play the man, don't play the puck. But they're playing the puck have you noticed that? Everyone seems to be playing the puck way more on him now.
I agree with you. And what I also would add on to that is I don't like to complain about the refs too much because both teams are dealing with the same people. However, the refs do not call basically anything on Connor. So now, to your point, people are swiping at pucks. They're able to reach in a little bit, maybe tug on them a little bit, and guys aren't getting calls. And I think it's getting worse this year. And I think that even though Connor is drawing a lot more penalties than he did even 2 years ago, it's still nowhere close. Still nowhere close. And people are water skiing off him. They're taking hacks at him. I think it's garbage. The NHL is a garbage league in terms of how their refs call the rule book. So to your point, I think that, they're taking shots at the puck, and they're also getting a few liberties in while they're at it that are just going uncalled.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I have also noticed, too, he's been more frustrated. In the last month or so, I've noticed quite a few more conversations the refs are having with him. Like, they're skating up to him and pulling him aside and going, hey, Connor, like, relax. And he's not, the thing I like about Connor is he's not a whiny player. Like, he's not a Crosby. Like, he's not always beaking the refs. He'll just nod his head and skate back to the bench. Right? Here's a question.
Throw some chirps out there at the refs.
He does chirp.
I have an Oiler Nation shirt of him chirping the refs.
Yep.
Comparatively
you get
speaking,
that one at the Oiler Nation store.
Grant's a little butthurt because I brought up Crosby, and he's a big Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Crosby, he's better now, but back in the day was quite a whiner.
He was taking a lot of garbage back in the day, though.
Yeah, that's fair. But
the thing is, with if you compare Connor and Sid, I almost sometimes wish that Connor would yell at refs a little bit more, because I don't know, obviously, but I wonder if early, I would agree with Locke a little bit. Sid was a little annoying, but I wonder if some of those conversations early on afforded him some more space as he got older.
Yeah.
Christopher Stieg has done a really good job of analyzing Oilers games lately, and he's pulling clips of Connor getting run from behind, getting hit late. It's garbage. He's the best player in the league, and the league's not protecting him. The Oilers should be getting way more power plays, and I'm just selfish with that one. I admit that, but it's still, they're not calling it. And I would even go so far as I was watching a couple of Leafs games. They don't call enough on the Matthews, the Marners, all the best players in the league. So I don't just think this is an Edmonton thing either.
I think it's part of the problem behind the scenes, because if you put the Oilers on the power play, they're going to win the game. Like, if you give them more power plays, they're taking every game. And that's just the way it is. And I bet you the other teams are in the league's ear about the number of penalties called.
I like what we're doing here. We're getting a St. Patrick's Day conspiracy started on the radio this morning.
What else would you do?
I have a question, though.
Yeah.
Just based on watching the other night, and not that we're the worst team in the league in this department, but just based on how Calgary's playing now under Sutter, do the Oilers need to get tougher?
Well, first of all, I think it's time to fire Dave Tippett, bring back Hitch. You know, we need an old school guy, preferably someone with a farm. Actually, getting tougher and harder to play against. It's noticeable when. That was a game where you need Cassian in the lineup. I've been tough on Cassian just for his lack of production a little bit, but that's a game where he would have thrived. He's not the kind of guy that would let the Flames run around a whole lot. Unfortunately, Jujar got his bell rung, and he's not going to be playing tonight. But, having some toughness in the lineup would certainly help, especially when things get a little bit spicy as they did the other night. Yeah,
Kakara there took that right. Yeah, is he out for a while? Do we know? Do we have anything on that?
I don't. Off the top of my head, I don't know if there's been any official update.
Looked like a concussion.
Yeah, we all watched it.
Yeah.
I think it's a safe bet that he'll be out for a minute.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be an ugly game tonight. Is Cassian being thrown back in?
I don't know where he's at in his recovery, because the thing that's tough about fighting is I think we all like it. We like to watch it. There's a certain gladiator, caveman part of us that's all for it. But then now the Oilers have had two important parts of their lineup get pulled out because of a fight. And Cassian, I don't know where his hand's at. I'm pretty sure it's his hand that got hurt, so I don't know where that's at. Maybe we should buy a cameo and we'll pay him to tell us.
That's not a bad idea. All right, Baggedmilk. Well, hey, listen, happy St. Patrick's Day. Good luck with that air fryer, and go Oilers, go. Good luck with your pursuit of a Guinness. Yes, thank you. That'll be happening on short order here, my friend. All right. Yeah, some vitamin pills for everybody.